Hi, people who cannot sit at home. Thank you so much for joining me. Recently, we went on a really exciting road trip that was 3 days and 2 nights around Lake Simcoe, and I want to tell you all about it. There are going to be 14 locations that we stopped over. All of them are so much fun. So I want to show you, and I also want to start trying out showing you my longer road trips. And I'm actually also planning this year to come out with a road trip journal dedicated to weekend getaways. And I do want to remind you that I do have my spring summer road trip and my fall winter road trip journals, and I'm going to link them down below. Now let me show you our amazing road trip. Let's go. So the very first stop we're gonna go to is Annina's Bakeshop and Catering. This is in Goodwood, which is about an hour away from Toronto, and this is a really lovely bakery. Here I am just walking inside and showing you what's inside. It's a little pit stop before our actual location that we're heading to, and this was the location where Schitt's Creek was filmed. So the cast have been here. They have like their autographed posters over there, and I just want to show you quickly. We got some stuff, and I just want to quickly show you. Here is the house, one of the houses that you can see in the Schitt's Creek, and across from it you can't see it because of the tree, but there's another location. So yes, Annina's Bake Shop. It's actually a great bake place, and they even have a restaurant upstairs. So this is all of the things that we got, and the raspberry pie was amazing. Up next is an Airbnb experience. So this is in Little Britain, Ontario, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, these guys here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know.
Hi.
So we booked this experience, and they do it usually, I think, on the weekends. And it's $25 per person, but it was amazing and it was so much worth it. First, we got to see all of these number of animals. There was an alpaca, there were goat, there was a pig that was kind of chasing everybody around. And the thing about this place is that this is actually, a lot of them are rescue animals, which is amazing that you get to see where they are, and your $25 do help with kind of helping care for these animals. And there's of course a lot of horses because this is a equestrian school also, and the horses are beautiful. This one over here, I swear this looked like a moose. It was so tall, very beautiful, very calm. You do get to there was a gentleman with us. He had the feed, so at first he gave us the feed for the horses. So they are very gentle giants for sure. And the gentleman was talking to us about their histories or where they came from. A lot of them were either maybe like if somebody maybe had a horse but wasn't able to take care of them, so they were given the horse to them. Over here we got the carrots, and we went to the cow area, and the cows were so adorable.
Oh. Oh. Boy. Boy. Boy.
This is a chicken coop. So what happens is the chickens go inside and the coop gets moved so that they get to eat different grass every pretty much day. These guys were so adorable. They are a couple. And then we came upon the turkey. The turkey was hilarious. It kept on flaring, it kept on like fanning and being huge. He was kind of fighting a little bit with the dog, chasing the dog. It was also pretty funny to see their interaction. Here's a gorgeous blonde horse. There's something about being near the animals that just puts you in the good spirits, and you get to touch them and you get to feed them, and it was amazing, and I highly recommend this experience. If for whatever reason these guys are not open, check out Karma Farms. They are sort of in the area, a little closer to Toronto. I'm gonna also link them down below, but they're only open spring to fall. Up next we have the Kenrei Rd Conservation Area. This is a really cool area, and it was about 15 minutes from the animal place. So over here, this is where we parked, the P sign, and the gray thing, that's the boardwalk that we're gonna head to. But before we, basically as soon as we parked, it's $4 for a day, in the winter time at least. We checked out this beautiful view. It's right there by the parking. The way you pay for the parking is through an app. So you have to download an app and just get your information, and it was actually pretty easy. So now we're heading for the boardwalk because I have heard that you can feed chickadees over here. And first of all, the boardwalk is really pretty, and then you see people feeding the chickadees. Here's me trying to film and at the same time feed them, which was kind of hard, but here they are. They pretty much come up to you right away. Sometimes they take a longer time. We only had a little bit of the bird feed, but we did have peanuts, and we were surprised that they actually really loved the peanuts. In fact, they would eat them more than the bird feed we brought. And here's the view of the park. It's actually a really pretty park. Really, I definitely do suggest hiking more in this conservation area. And they have another boardwalk, but it was really cold, so we kind of went in, fed the birds, had so much fun, but we had to go because it was pretty cold. And the next stop is Fenelon Falls. Gorgeous waterfalls any time of the year. I definitely have been here in the summer and it's beautiful, and it was cool to check it out. You can't really go downstairs all the way because it's pretty icy. I mean, you could, but it's dangerous. And the lock is frozen over here, which I thought was pretty beautiful to see in the winter. So definitely recommend. Up next we have the Saucy Willow Inn and Cottages. This is a beautiful place. I found them on Airbnb, but you can also book them through their website. We were amazed at how beautiful this place is and how loved and cared for. So here's our room and the view of it. The chandelier was gorgeous. The owners, Stephanie and David, were amazing. They did such an amazing job. This place is, I think, is about 150 years old. They renovated all of the bathrooms. Here's the beautiful bathroom, and of course the pretty much, as I understand, pretty much everything, and they decorated everything, and it's a gorgeous interior design. Here's the downstairs and kind of the lounge and gaming area, and here's the area where you eat. In the morning they would get us breakfast, and here's again the porch. You get to chill out and snuggle in something cozy. Over there is a skating rink they even had, which was amazing. Here's the other side of the inn. It's definitely very beautiful looking, and you get to go all the way to the lake. And over here is the sauna that I'm gonna talk to you later on, because I actually went in it. It was quite the experience. And here's the beautiful dock, and we got to, you could sit there if you want. So another thing that is amazing about this place is that they have tons of swans. Beautiful place. I can only imagine how gorgeous it would be when it would be summertime or even more sunnier time. So the sixth stop is Riverside Inn. So this is the restaurant that we went to, and I think it's about 6 minutes from the Saucy Willow. And here's the different menu. The food that we got were salmon and quesadilla, but as I later found out that they're really well known for their schnitzel and burgers. So, and by the way, their Caesar salad was amazing. So I would probably recommend, if you're gonna go there, to get their specialty. Fish was okay, but I would say get the hamburgers and schnitzel. So here's the sauna. This is the experience from Saucy Willow. So the sauna was completely new. What I did was I did have a robe and bathing suit on, so I undressed, went in, and then I would periodically go in and out of the sauna. Whenever the sauna would get too hot, I would go outside and just kind of breathe the cold, fresh air. It was amazing. Over here, just me showing you the other rooms that were open to check out, and I thought again, the interior design of the place and the vintage elements. If you have watched any of my videos, you know I absolutely love vintage, and this was my heaven. I loved everything about this place. In the morning they gave us the breakfast, simple but yet amazing. There were berries, there were even baked scones, there was of course tea for me and coffee for my mom. The jam was actually made by hand by owner's mom. It was such a lovely place, and the people that own it are so lovely. So if you are able to go any time of the year, this place is perfect any time of the year, because in the summer they even have kayaks. Make sure to go. So up next we have Tailwinds Bar and Grill. It's a very interesting place. It has a lot of airplanes and animal theme. It's kind of like two themes in one. So it was cool to go in and have breakfast. Over here there's a full-on airplane right above me, which was pretty ridiculous. There are actually airplanes. This is as it's an airport, they do land there. Unfortunately, because it was a really cloudy, windy, unpleasant day, there was nothing, but you could see one airplane just kind of stationary over there. We ordered coffee and apple juice. This is where the planes would be, I think, coming up to and landing. And here's the actual breakfast. Very nice, very simple. That's exactly what I wanted. They have lots of other options. Number 8 is Port of Orillia. So again, this was kind of on our way as we are making our way around Lake Simcoe. This is actually Lake Simcoe. It's fully frozen, and you can see that there is insane amount of fishing stations where people are, I'm guessing they sleep there at night. I'm not really sure if that's a thing. And ATVs and snowmobiles were just zooming past. Number 9 stop is Ontario Clean Water Agency. So we're making our way to pretty much Wasaga Beach. This is near Wasaga Beach. Parking is free, which is awesome, and you just do a little hike upwards, very short hike, and you get to see this view. So it's a beautiful river bend, kind of like a horseshoe. Definitely gorgeous to check out any time of the year. If you have seen my videos, you have seen this in the summertime. It was windy, but it was so beautiful that we did a bit of a hike. There is snow, so all of this is sand. I should warn you, and I would not come close to the slopes because it is easy to. Over there, I think people did, which I guess you could, especially maybe an animal like a dog could for sure. But it is pretty slippery. When I was walking on the snow that's on top of the sand, it was totally fine. It was not slippery at all, but you know, something to watch out for. So at the Wasaga Beach, we have stayed at this cabin. I'm gonna link it down below through Airbnb. It is a fairly simple cabin, but it is nice and functional. It had full kitchen, 2 rooms, and had a nice TV. And probably the highlight was that it was very close to Wasaga Beach, which was, I would say, about 5-minute walk, and you're at the beach. So here is the stop 10, Wasaga Beach. My view of Wasaga Beach, I thought that in the winter it would be still beautiful Wasaga Beach, just like I remember it in the summer. But when we got there, it's like expectation versus reality. We got faced with these frozen waves. And you can't even actually see much of the water because all you see are these waves. There was a lady in the vicinity walking a dog, so we asked her if it's safe to go onto those waves if they're frozen enough, and she said that that's very dangerous, so do not do that, because you can fall through, which we didn't do. So you couldn't even come that close, but we could just go towards like the end of the I'm not even sure what this is, but anyway, there were less snow over there. It was very sunny for the first time in like God knows how many days, so I got some vitamin D. So the stop 11 is Collingwood. This was the next morning. We went to check out kind of like the Collingwood side of Georgian Bay. We went to a couple of parks. I'm going to link everything down below. There was a gentleman doing surfing. Even just being outside, it felt like, I think with windshield it was like -5 at least. Not a very pleasant weather, but he enjoyed it clearly, so that was very cool to see. Not insane amount of icicles over here, no icy waves either, which was really cool because we finally got to see water. And here's the view of the beautiful Blue Mountains. Right now we're at the Millennium Overlook Park. And I actually love this park. Make sure to check the location down below because I think it's a really kind of neat area. It gives you a full-on view of the Blue Mountains, and you can do a little bit of a walking. And yeah, just I don't know, something about this park that I always go to, one of my favorite places. Though this time sitting in the car was one of my favorite things because again, the wind was insane. The wind chill was like -5, maybe even more. Yeah. So for the next stop, we needed to have some breakfast and we went to a cafe. The name of this cafe is Summit Social House. Now, when I was looking at it, I didn't realize that it's a cyclist cafe, which was actually kind of cool when we walked there. So they had amazing London fog and they had the coolest berry muffins. And one of my favorite places was actually their bathroom. So it was all in bananas and they had a Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg poster, which was hilarious. Great cafe. Number 13 stop is Living Shore Spa. Now for this, first of all, when we parked and you can actually go over there and see the other side of the Overlook Park. Basically, you can go onto this little walk path and again see the water. I actually thought it's really beautiful. But anyway, we're going into the Living Shore Spa. I don't have a lot of video of it because of course there is no video in a spa, but what we did is aquapath. Aquapath is a really cool experience. It was about $75 and it takes you through about 8 different water stations and 1 steam room, and the whole experience takes about roughly 45 minutes, but with the changing it will take you about an hour, maybe a bit more. Amazing, amazing, amazing. If you can do it, please do it, please go. I've been to tons of spas and this was a cool experience, especially if you love water and especially if you're missing water. Like right now it's in the middle of February, to relax in jacuzzis and there's different sprinklers and things like that. And if you're hungry, there is a restaurant right next to the spa. And our last but certainly not the least location, the 14th spot, is Aviva Lunch or brunch. We went there for kind of like brunch time. We did do a reservation because they were pretty busy on the weekend. The interior is what kind of I fell in love when I was researching this. Very beautiful. The bathroom is gorgeous. There's all these like cherry blossoms. The menu over here is my kombucha. The menu is pretty extensive. They have a lot of vegan options, but they also have just regular. So I got a BLT with sweet potato fries. My mom got the eggs Benedict. And we also got the waffle with ice cream, strawberries, and Nutella. This location is in Barrie. Amazing place. I highly recommend it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna link a couple of more road trip ideas in the screen over here. And of course, please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoy my videos. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.